having your stomach pumped is not very pleasant, but at least the effects don't linger.
Well, I can think of better ways to spend my nights.
I'm sure you can. But Chief Mallory didn't want to take any chances. And if those chocolates you'd eaten contained anything more toxic, he could have lost a very valuable officer.
Well, I'm not so sure that Chief Mallory thinks I'm valuable.
Why do you say that? He was very concerned. He was with you all the way.
Miles, were you able to determine what those chocolates were laced with?
Yes, well, as a matter of fact, you could have been treated with a simple emetic. Turns out they had been lightly coated with a little bit of bug spray.
Oh.
Yeah. You would have had to eat a lot more for it to do you any harm.
Well, one piece was enough.
Oh, exactly. You could taste it. So that means whoever did that didn't have murder in mind, just probably wanted to give you an unpleasant treat.
Well, they certainly did that.
You have any idea who the culprit might be?
Hey, I'm a cop, Miles. I've got more than one enemy. It comes with a job.
You don't have any idea who it could have been?
No. None at all.
Deborah, I really think you ought to give some more serious thought to who might have done this to you.
Look, you said I'm going to be fine. That's the most important
Look, your
thing.
friend might try it again, and the next time with something a little bit more harmful.
Oh, you told me to watch what I'm eating? Believe me, I will.
Why are you taking this so lightly?
Look, this person played a practical joke on me. I'm not going to make a federal case out of it.
Well, you may not want to pursue it, but Chief Mallory's taking it seriously. He's very upset someone might try to harm one of his detectives.
I didn't know he cared.
Well, he appropriated the box of chocolates, he appropriated the note, he seems determined to get to the bottom of it.
How's the patient, Doctor?
Fine, we were just talking about it. Just needs a little rest, she'll be fine.
Glad to hear that. You gave me some scare, Detective.
Thank you for coming to my rescue, Doc.
No, it was Dr. Cavanaugh who came to your rescue.
Well, I'm sorry I caused any trouble.
No apologies are needed. Just promise me the next time you have a snack at your desk, you get something from the health food store.
I promise.
Let's talk about who'd want to harm you like this. Tell me about Owen.
Owen?
That is, who signed the card that came with the candy. I assume he's an admirer, perhaps an unrequited admirer.
I can assure you, Chief, that Owen did not send me those candies.
How can you be so positive?
Because he's a friend of mine. He wouldn't do such a thing.
How close a friend?
Well, close enough to know that he wouldn't try to hurt me.
And why would he send you a box of chocolates laced with poison?
He didn't. That's just the point. I think so. Whoever it is playing a practical joke on me. They just probably put his name down because they thought it was funny.
Well, if Owen's not our man, then who is?
I don't know, Chief.
Well, I figure it's got to be somebody who knew about your relationship with Owen. Somebody who wasn't too pleased about it. So tell me, who was the man you dumped when you started seeing Owen?
I thought you were the one who told me never to bring my personal life into my work.
Somebody tried to poison you. Now, that happens to be a crime. Policemen are supposed to find people who commit crimes. Hasn't anybody told you this?
I really think we ought to let Deborah rest now, all right?
All right. Detective, you are off the active roster. Until Dr. Cavanaugh gives you a clean bill of health. We're going to talk about this some more later. I hope you feel better.
I'll stop by again before I leave, Deborah.
She really okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's just been through a bad experience. That's what's making her a little bit testy now.
She's holding out on me. She knows more about what happened tonight than she's willing to admit.
Look, it's not my place to tell you how to run your business, but if she thinks that she can handle this personally, don't you think that'd be the best idea?
I suppose as long as I have lady cops on my force, I'm going to have to get used to this sort of thing.
What does that mean?
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't mean I'm coming down on lady cops. It's just that they have such complicated love lives, especially the good-looking ones.
Well, policemen have the same kinds of problems, don't they?
Policemen don't always get candy and flowers, do they? No, take my word for it. There's a jealous lover at the bottom of this. Or do you have a theory of your own?
I didn't know that I had the right to have a theory of my own, Chief.
There's something almost mesmerizing about watching a fire, isn't there?
I can't hear you, Nola. I'm almost mesmerized from looking at that fire.
Very funny.
I like the warmth, though.
The nights are getting colder.
Yeah, I've never been much for this kind of weather. I want to get back to L.A. where I can watch the palm trees sway and not the snow pile up.
Well, it won't be long before you can follow the sun. Filming is almost completed.
I should never have come east. Should have stayed in west.
Why do you say that?
Oh, I thought that paying a visit to my old friends, the Madisons, would do us all a lot of good, but I guess it hasn't worked out that way.
You're wrong, Eddie. You came here to bring us the script for Mansion of the Damned, and we're all grateful to you for that.
Well, at least it got you and Owen back in the picture business again.
You changed our lives, Eddie.
It won't change Brian and Paige's lives.
Oh, how can you say that? This picture is the beginning of an acting career for Paige. And Brian has proven that he has talent as a director.
I wasn't talking about their professional lives.
Eddie.
Nola, we can change their lives, you and me. We can give those kids everything they've ever wanted.
Eddie, not another word.
But can't you see how wrong it is? I mean, we can't continue to live this lie.
Look, 25 years ago, you swore to me that we'd never discuss this again.
Too much has happened, Nola. Too many people are being hurt.
I refuse to discuss that in this house, especially here.
Do you think it would be terrible if somebody overheard and learned the truth in this house? I think it would be a blessing.
Brian never should have told you.
Brian and Paige love each other.
They'll get over it.
They shouldn't have to get over it. They should be able to live happily ever after with each other. Because they're not related.
Look, Owen is their father.
Owen is Paige's father. I am Brian's.
Owen believes he fathered both of those children, and he must never know the truth.
He doesn't have to. Look, maybe we could tell the whole story to the kids and swear them to secrecy.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Don't you think Owen would be a mite suspicious when Paige and Brian run off and elope?
I don't want to hurt Owen, but it's just not right to force those kids to stay apart.
Look, Owen wouldn't be hurt, Eddie. He would be ecstatic.
What, to find out that his wife and his best buddy have been lying to him all these years?
It would only confirm every suspicion he's ever had about me being a wicked old witch. Any thought he ever had about leaving me would be obliterated.
No, I don't buy that, Nola.
Look, if this ever came out, it would be Owen's ticket to freedom. Not only would he be convinced that he should divorce me, he'd have grounds.
No, he's a pretty reasonable guy.
Well, I can't let that happen, and I won't. I'm not going to lose Owen to that red-headed Jezebel. I'll see her in hell first.
Hey, sorry I'm late. One of the shop stewards filed a grievance report and I had to meet with the union reps.
Well, we've kept the home fires burning for you.
Hey, take it easy with that fire. Nola, what do you want to do, set the house on fire?
No, Owen. I can't believe that we have only 2 more scenes to shoot and then Mansion of the Damned will be completed.
You know, the twist in the last scene of that movie is really going to shock that audience.
Oh, I say good for Hester. After all her trials and tribulations, she still gets the one thing in the world that she wants most.
Yeah, she does, but consider what she has to pay for it.
It's amazing how this whole project just rose up out of the ashes, huh?
Well, a few months ago, we were sitting around waiting for the phone to ring. Not that we expected anyone to call.
Well, after this picture is released, your phone isn't going to stop ringing. You're going to be deluged with offers.
What do I do until then?
Well, you work very hard, Nola. I think you ought to just rest and relax.
I could use a vacation. Perhaps we could go off somewhere. Just the 2 of us.
Well, right now is really out of the question, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you may be able to rap with the crew tomorrow, but this is just the beginning of phase 2 for Owen.
Post-production, right?
Yeah. Which, of course, entails my going out to Hollywood.
Well, you managed to produce the film in Monticello. Why can't it be finished here?
Well, I mean, even if I could find an editor here, all the top facilities are out on the West Coast.
Makes sense, Nola.
And, by the by, I am going to take Brian out there with me. Well, I mean, as the director, he does have the right of the first cut of the film, you know?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Then we can all go. Oh, I'd love to see our old friends again anyway.
Well, I don't know, Nola. Are you sure that you want to?
Of course. You're not going to leave me all alone here, are you? To sit here and shiver throughout the winter? Oh, what fun it will be. Just like the old days.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be pretty busy, you know. Once I get an answer print, I'm going to have to start looking around for a distributor.
You know, there's something else we ought to do. Have a wrap party.
That's a lovely idea.
Well, I suppose we're not going to flaunt tradition, are we? What do you think? Should we have it on the set?
Oh, no, Owen. That would be tacky. Let's have it right here. With plenty of champagne and caviar.
Oh, come on. Take it easy on the budget, will you?
Oh, but we want this production to end in a blaze of glory, don't we?
Excuse me. A phone call for you, Mr. Madison.
Oh, thank you,
Did you
Lily.
find out who's calling, Lillian? I told you always to get the party's name.
I was just told it was from the police headquarters.
My, Owen. In trouble with the law again?
Excuse me.
Owen, I apologize for calling you at home. I realize it's kind of awkward, but I have to talk to you.
Hey, no problem. I'm glad to know you were thinking about me.
Well, I have to know something. It may not sound like much to you, but it's important to me.
Ask away.
Did you happen to send a box of chocolates to me at my office today?
No. Actually, the last thing I sent you was that rose, remember?
You didn't send me a box of chocolates.
No. Sounds like a good idea, though.
Oh, no. Promise me you'll never do that, ever.
Do you mean to tell me that some anonymous admirer sent you a box of chocolates and you thought they were from me?
Oh, I didn't really think they were from you, but I just had to make sure.
Well, I mean, who did it? Are you telling me that I have some kind of competition? Is that it?
No, you don't have competition, believe me. Look, just do me a favor. Don't ever mention this again, okay? It's no big thing. Okay, so I'll see you later. All right? It was really nice talking to you. Bye-bye.
I keep telling you, all this candy you're eating is going to do nasty things to your insides.
I promise you, I've made my last visit to Harry's sweet shop. Word of honor.
Hey, I'd have been here sooner, but I was on call. How you feeling?
Well, before it was like somebody's operating a meat grinder in my stomach, but I'm fine now. Throat.
That good, huh?
Yeah.
I talked to Miles. He said you'll feel better tomorrow morning.
I can't wait for the sun to shine.
I also talked to Chief Mallory. You know, I don't think he's the super sleuth he's cracked up to be.
Why do you say that?
Well, he told me that some joker did this to you. Some joker named Owen. I told him that he must be mistaken.
Yeah, well, you're right, Steve. Owen didn't do this to me.
Well, you have any idea who did this to you?
I've been lying here trying to think pleasant thoughts, Steve.
When I leave here, I'm going to pick up Benny Hayes.
You think he did it?
Sure, he's out on bail. He could have done it. Why not? I think I have a little chat with him. Maybe we'll book him for attempted murder.
Well, you know, it was only bug spray, Steve. This person didn't mean to kill me.
Look, Benny can hardly read his own name, much less the directions on a can, you know. Maybe he thought he was poisoning you.
Actually, I don't think it was Benny because I don't think he even knows who Owen is.
Oh.
Steve, look, why don't we just drop a list of suspects tomorrow, okay? I don't feel like talking.
Yeah, okay. I'm just concerned. You know, it bothers me, especially when crimes are committed against police officers, and particularly this police officer.
Appreciate that.
Here's something, you know that? You amaze me. Here you've been poisoned, you've had your stomach pumped, and you look terrific.
If that's a compliment, thank you.
Yes, it's a compliment. I don't know how you do it. You must be a witch.
Don't say that.
Don't tell me you're starting to believe in this witchcraft.
What?
Deborah, do you think that there is a connection with this incident and your association with the Mansion of the Damned?
I'm not involved in the movie.
You are involved with the producer.
Steve.
Look, maybe somebody's not very happy with Owen, huh? And maybe they're trying to get at him through you.
No, I don't think so.
You know the phone calls you've been getting? The music on the other end? The medieval music? Mansion of the Damned type music. Now maybe, just maybe, somebody connected with the movie is making the phone calls and they sent you this gift.
Steve, come on, I want to get some sleep, okay? We'll talk tomorrow.
All right. I'm just trying to help. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Draper, I'm not even sure the district attorney should be an elected official. Maybe he should be appointed.
Now what are you complaining about?
It's not a political job, is it? It's just law enforcement.
You won, Swifty, so don't knock the process. I'm sure Fat Freddy's doing that right now.
I was lucky. I was damn lucky. That stuff about Raven should have hurt me a lot more than it did.
It did hurt you, Swifty. Just not politically.
Well, that's something, isn't it?
Look, I bet you Geraldine's happy about all this.
Happy as she could be. Can't wait for my 4-year term to be up so she can run me for senator or president, king, something, I don't know.
She's a terrific lady to have on your side.
Yeah, we both got one of those. April is just terrific.
I agree.
Saw her up at WMON this morning. I was on that news program. She was glowing maternally.
She's never looked better.
Well, that makes one of you. What's the matter with you?
Me? Nothing. Fine.
The hell you say? You're still brooding about that miserable job in New York, aren't you?
Me? Excuse me?
Yeah.
I don't brood.
What'd you find out about that? I mean, was the paper right about Henson?
Yeah. The Journal was right. Henson's going to be traveling abroad for a month and a half. Miles called Seward Paxton. They concurred.
I see.
It's the old runaround, Swifty. I'm getting the old song and dance.
You don't know that for sure yet.
I can feel it.
Is the job still open or isn't it?
That's what Mike says.
Well, then that's all that matters.
Look, I'm going to get out of here. I came here to congratulate you, not cry on your shoulder.
I don't mind. It's nice to have somebody to talk to.
And where is Geraldine tonight?
Well, she got invited to a dinner. She invited me, but I decided I didn't want to go.
You can always talk to Jamie. I guess he's not much of a conversationalist, huh?
No, but he's a very deep thinker.
But look, if you get a babysitter, why don't you come on over to our place for dinner?
No, thanks, not tonight. Take a rain check.
You ought to be celebrating.
Don't worry about me so much, huh? All right?
Yeah. Look, I know your divorce isn't quite final yet, but maybe you ought to be seeing some people?
Female people?
Yeah.
Sorry, can't do that. Threw away the old black book when I got married.
Sure you did.
You're feeling guilty, aren't you? Because you're going home to a beautiful blonde and I got to stay here and tend the baby.
Take care of yourself. See you
You
tomorrow.
too. Right, take care.
You spend any more time in front of that and you're gonna have a heat stroke.
Well, you know how much I like fires.
Yes, and what was that dumb remark in front of Owen about ending up our picture with in a blaze of glory?
Well, I just wanted to suggest to him that the production end on a high note. It was only a figure of speech.
You meant that literally, Nola. You're still thinking about lighting fire to the studio and blaming it on the curse on the movie. Well, that's a ridiculous idea.
Well, personally, I think it's a wonderful idea. But if you're not going to help me, I'll just forget all about it.
You'll make sure you do, will you?
It worked beautifully for the last production of Mansion of the Damned, didn't it?
That fire was not deliberately set. And they lost the movie. They didn't make a penny out of it.
Yes, but they got news coverage. The story of that fire was on national television, remember?
Nola, I don't even want to discuss it.
It's our studio, Eddie. We can do with it whatever we like. And if you're worried about the insurance company claiming arson, well, we'll just refuse the settlement. The publicity would be worth far more than the cash
Nola,
anyway.
will you just cut it out?
All right, Eddie, all right. I won't say another word about it. If you're so sure it's such a bad idea.
I think it's a terrible idea. And don't you get any notions about doing it on your own either.
Oh, don't worry, Eddie. I'm not that brave.
I think I'll go and change for dinner.
All right, Eddie.